Alrighty, how's it going, guys? Today we're gonna do the spark plugs. Hopefully, it was raining pretty much all day. It's now like 5 o'clock, but it's beautiful now. So hopefully, this should give us enough time to get in there. And there's so many flies out now. Horse flies, they're everywhere. Hopefully, that'll give us enough time to in there, take the spark plugs out, try to figure out what the previous owner did with whatever's going on there, because that's definitely not stock. And we'll go from there. Okay, so if I'm remembering right from my research before buying the car, the 6 spark plugs are like here. They run right down here, down in here. So I might have to disconnect the exhaust right here, kind of move that out of the way, and this right here, which I think these caps cover the spark plugs. There's one missing right there, which is a little concerning, which might be why I'm having a little bit of trouble starting it, if not all cylinders are firing. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take stuff out of here, go from there, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, this video is probably going to be pretty detailed just so I can watch it back myself and try to put things back together in case I forget. So all of these coils are unattached now. They're all numbered, so I can easily reconnect them, but I took a picture just in case. This was disconnected from this, so that's good now. I also disconnected the negative battery terminal just to make sure nothing bad happens. I'm going to unscrew this little wire right in here. After that, the nuts are off of these 4 bolts back here, and I should be able to just pull it out and get a better look at what's going on under there. To this hose from right here, just try to get a little more room to take it out of there because it's giving me a little bit of trouble. Okay, so got it unhooked, set it off to the side. I'm a little worried because there's a bunch of what looks like little bird, that's not focusing very well. Little bits of bird seed and like mouse poo or something. I'm really hoping I don't find a nest or something in here, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. So I'm gonna get the air can there, blow around a little bit, try to clean it out and see what I can see. All right, sprayed it out best I could. Not exactly the best, but we'll do what we can. So if I'm not mistaken, these right here are the spark plugs. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I didn't realize how far apart they are. It's it's so far back. Like, I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but this is huge. Like me standing as close as I can to the car, leaning over as far as I can. Even this is just hard to work on. I'm already like supporting my whole core. Now, to get back there, I don't even want to think about that. We're just gonna do one coil at a time and kind of work our way back. I might be able to get a better angle from this side, like almost definitely, but then I'm working underneath the hood, so I'm like hunching over even more, and this is probably all gonna have to come out. So yeah, this is why I didn't want to do this yesterday when it was already starting to get dark, because I knew it was gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt. So yeah, let's work on getting these disconnected. Try to keep everything documented as best I can. I'm just gonna hook this back up for now to make sure no junk gets in there. And yeah. Okay, well, start with one, work our way forward, just do one at a time to make sure nothing gets lost amongst everything. Alrighty, let's do it. All right, it's just taking off the first cover. Doesn't look too dirty in there. There's spark plug number 1. I'm not liking at all how there's so much junk down there. I'm gonna see if I can try to blow away a little more before I take that out, because I do not want any like bird seeds or whatever the heck this stuff is falling in there, because that's just a whole other nightmare in and of itself. So gonna try to clean that up, and then we'll take out our spark plugs, see how they look, and go from there. Okay, so I was going to get my little extension piece ready to pop that thing out, grab my ratchet, only to find out it does not fit in this half-inch extension here. So either I use the torque wrench, which I'm not going to do, but it would fit, or hop on the ATV, ride back home, and grab a proper ratchet. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, so annoying. Just gonna hook the spark plug cover kind of back on there for now. Make sure nothing else falls in there while we're gone. I should be able to just leave this open for the time being while I'm here. All that can stay. I won't be too long. Just gonna run back home. Actually, I'll bring the extension with me to make sure I grab a ratchet that fits. I'd hate to go back home, grab a ratchet, and find out that one doesn't fit either. So, see, look at all the flies, man. It's ridiculous. So many horse flies and deer flies out right now. Like, it's horrible. Jeez, holy. Anyway, so yeah, gonna ride home, come back in a bit, and yeah, hopefully we can finish this today. Alrighty guys, back at home base now. I found a ratchet that fits, but it's like 2 feet long. I'm worried, sorry about that, I actually stopped recording. I'm worried about having too much torque and like breaking the spark plugs off inside of the engine, which is very bad. Obviously we don't want that. If you have a shorter one, it kind of helps to tell if they're stuck a bit or they're like snagging at all. And then you know to kind of be gentle about it. I'm gonna see if I can find a shorter one. I should have one somewhere. But yeah, fingers crossed. I think there's one in this set right here. That one should fit. I'll bring this one too, and then at least then we'll be double prepared because yeah. All right, I'll shoot back up and away we go. Alrighty, back at Project Phoenix here. Let's see if we can get our first spark plug out and not cry when we break it off inside. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so normally I don't record myself actually doing the thing that I'm working on, but I figure if it does break, that'll be quite entertaining for you guys. So, oh, never mind, you don't get to watch. I changed my mind. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I don't bother. It's just too hard to like find the phone and get in a good position. But okay, make sure the socket's in there properly. It's the right fit. It's not turning at all. I've got that 2-foot wrench on it. I'm about to start turning it counterclockwise. I'm very scared. I'm just gonna listen and pray. Okay. So far, so good, I think. Didn't sound like anything broke. Once you get past the first turn, you should be able to just take it out by hand and pull it out. Hopefully. I don't know how many threads there are, but it seems to be taking a while. There we go. Okay, so hang on. Too dark under the hood to properly show you. Again, I have my LifeProof case on. The cameras are always dirty and fuzzy. Okay, obviously you can see it's very burnt out. I'm trying to get a close up. Let me clean off the camera 1 sec. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Just have to clean off the camera a little bit, let it focus a little easier. As you can see, that is very, very burnt out. But there's no odd colorations or anything. It's just wear and tear. So there's no oil on the ends or anything, which is very, very reassuring. I'm trying to think about what the other colors that could be the... I think if it's like brown, then it's like... hang on, I gotta look it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna look it up. If you're looking it up, light tan or like a gray brown, that's like a healthy color of a spark plug. It's dry black like this. I'm not sure what it means by dry black, but it says either that could mean it's just burnt out, which I'm fairly certain that's what this one is just from looking at it. But it also said that could mean the fuel mixture is off. So either the O2 sensor is broken and it's not getting the right amount of air, which could make sense because there's no fuel filter, air filter right here. It's just whatever this is, some kind of after party stuff. So that's my next guess. I'm gonna look into that. And then I think if it was like a dark black, that could mean oil. And I know the MK3 is notorious for head gasket issues, but this one doesn't look oily at all. I know there's like a lot of oil in there. I checked the dipstick, it's healthy oil, and it's not low at all. So no head gasket leaks or anything, at least not around cylinder 1. So that's promising. If the tips are white and chalky, that means there's too much air getting to it, not just like the fuel mixture being off. If it's pink, red, or yellow, that can mean there's some oil additives getting to the engine. Thankfully not, because that would be very bad. And apparently if it's melted or blistered, that can mean there's like engine detonation going off, which doesn't sound good to me. But based off what I've looked up, everything I'm reading about the condition of this spark plug is just it being worn. I don't think it's ever had a tune-up, ever. These are probably, like, at 180,000 kilometers, that's honestly, that's about right. If somebody just put it off too long, it looks like that's what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna work on getting the new spark plugs in there, get it torqued down to spec, just keep going one at a time, and we'll be flying. Try to keep track of which spark plugs came out of which cylinder, just so in case I need to look back on one that might be potentially the wrong color, not what I want to see. I was going to use paint at first. That's all I had on me. It's just a primer. Obviously it didn't go too well, so I'm just going to try to use electrical tape to make numbers and then tape it down to make sure it doesn't roll away. So yeah, anyway, just in case for those who have never seen, that's a new spark plug right beside an old one. So you kind of get the idea. It's very, very burnt out and old. So either way, let's get the new one in there, already pre-gapped with a little washer. Should be good to go. And then I've got, oh, I almost lost the washer on it. I got the torque wrench. Make sure we torque it down to spec. I think it's 13 foot-pounds, but I'm going to double check online before I go ahead and torque it down. So let's get it in there. Make sure we hand thread it in. Don't want to cross thread anything, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, there we go. Got it hand tightened all the way down. I like to see it nice and centered, not leaning to either way. So that's good. Nothing's like cracked or already cross-threaded down there. Went in really easily. Gonna grab our torque wrench, torque the spec, and move on. You very carefully got it torqued down. I did double check. It is 13 foot-pounds. So very carefully did it. It is kind of hard to tell on this one because it's only between 10 and 20. But I just kind of got it right between the like 10 and 15 mark. So that's about perfect. Got the ignition coil cap back over, pushed down until I heard a little click. So spark plug one down. I don't know how long that took me, especially with the delay of having to go get proper wrench or ratchet or whatever you want to call that. But moving on to ignition coil 2, and away we go. Let's yeah, I guess I'll work away at this for a bit. I'll show you each spark plug as I take it out. But yeah, away we go. Okay, there we go. This was spark plug number 2. Again, very similar to the first one, just very old and burnt out. So that's comforting to see. Gonna get the new one hooked in, and away we go. Alrighty, got spark plug number 2 in place. Second one properly installed, torqued down, and the coil cover is on there. This one is gonna be a pain in the butt. I think I'm gonna have to take this off to properly get to that. The next 4 are gonna be a lot of fun, but yeah, all right. I'll let you know what I figure out. Probably gonna have to play around in here for a bit, but I'll get back to you on that. Okay, after looking at it from another angle, I think I should be able to get it if I go in from here. So I'm gonna take off these 2 brackets, disconnect this hose here and here, move everything out of the way, and then I should be able to get number 3 off without too much issue. Okay guys, go away fly, oh my goodness. I may have found the issue as to why we're having a little trouble starting. This is number 3. As you can see, it definitely has a little bit of junk that fell into the hole. Obviously, I did my best to clean out around it. Like, as you can see, everything's pushed back. I did my best to clean out around it before I took it out. I know it's really blurry, but yeah, some dirt is definitely in there. I'm not really sure what to do. I can do my best to try to clean it out, but I don't want anything else falling into that hole. So, pray for me, and we'll go from there. Just gonna set this over here for now, and whatever. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So I did my very, very best. I know it's not perfect. I wish the flash was on right now, but it was a lot worse than that. I got it cleaned out best I could. There's still a little tiny piece on that thread right now. It's not really focusing. But I'm doing some research. This is anything that falls like way deep down in there, especially small little like combustible stuff like this. Once the engine turns over, it should essentially blow it up. So as long as it's clean in there and the threads are okay, I should be more or less okay. Obviously, that's a very big boo-boo. I cleaned out around the coil before I pulled it out, so I'm not sure how that got in there. Maybe there was some dirt I didn't see. or something, or it was there and the previous owner was checking the spark plugs and some fell in because obviously they weren't replaced. So that's fun. But before anything else falls in there, I'm gonna get our next spark plug put in place and let's just pray. Okay, got the third one back in place. No other junk fell in, thankfully. It is still very dirty down there, but hand tightened all the way down with no resistance, so that's very good. Just got it torqued down. Gonna get the little cap cover back on there. Doesn't look like there's anything in there, so that's good, but I'm just gonna blow this off really quick, get it hooked up back up, get it hooked back up, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, we'll work on number 4. All right, got 3 back in place, made sure it clicked as we put it down, got it set over there with the other spark plugs. Now, to get it number 4, this will be my first time actually looking at it, maybe it won't be too bad. This is 3, is this 4 here? No, that's 5. So 4 is right there. Honestly, I think again, if I just freaking flies, oh my goodness, if I just disconnect or take off this bolt right here, I should be able to push this back. Oh, maybe not actually. That's pretty well. No, maybe once this is off, I should be able to just push this back enough to get in there. But if not, I can disconnect this hose here and this hose here and maybe this hose here if needed, but it should be okay. I thought I had to disconnect the hoses for this one too, but once I took these 2 bolts out, it moved back enough for me to fit the extractor into there. Definitely very, very dirty again, so make sure we give it an extra good cleaning again because I don't want another number 3 nightmare. So yeah, should be fun. Okay, let me crawl under here really quick. I was literally like swimming in the engine bay trying to clean out, but here we go. This is number 4 right here. Looks like I got all the dirt. There's like a little tiny bit over there. Gonna try to get it out before I take it off, but I know this is such a bad camera angle. I can barely even see myself, but it looks pretty clean to me. I'm fairly certain I got everything. I'm laying inside the engine right now, trying to make sure everything's clean. I'm fairly certain we're good to go. I'm gonna see if I can get that little, like, it's so blurry, seed out right there, that little fuzzy thing. I'm almost tempted to like start recording without the case on because this is ridiculous. That should be crystal clear like this. If I like zoom out on one of the camera, like the close-up cameras, crystal clear. You can see everything is beautiful. Dirt on the one camera that's like zooming in, barely see anything. But either way, gonna try to get that last little piece out right there and hopefully we'll be okay. All right, this is more for me than you guys in case I forget. So I will have to disconnect this along here to try to get to that spark plug. Got this bolt out. I'm gonna try disconnecting this hose right here because I think once this is disconnected, I should be able to just kind of lean this back enough to get the socket extractor piece down in there. So fingers crossed. Okay, so I got this hose disconnected. It did give me a little more wiggle room, but not quite enough. I think after disconnecting this hose right in here, I should have enough play. So fingers crossed, guys. This one's definitely been the biggest pain in the butt so far, but the next 2 should be a little easier. Definitely this one. That one's like straight down. This one's just kind of behind this right here, but I think that one shouldn't be too hard, but fingers crossed. All right, so after a little more experimenting, I did have to disconnect the hose here, and here. A little video for myself just to make sure I reattach that properly. But after all that, I should be able to access spark plug number 4 fairly easily. Got all the dirt, looks pretty good to me, so we can finally go in there, extract it, have a look at the spark plug, reinstall the new one, and then just 2 more to go, and it's only taken me like 4 hours, so let's get to it. Alrighty guys, just getting spark plug number 4 out. Looks like no dirt got in that time. There's a bit of like what looks like rust around the washer right here, but I'm hoping that's just kind of because it's old. Again, a spark plug just looks very burnt out. No signs of anything else being wrong. So let's put that there, get the new one in place, and we'll be flying. We'll be laughing. Yo, in case you guys have big hands and you're thinking about becoming a mechanic, just watch this video first. This is me trying to thread in a spark plug with my 2 fingers because my hand is too fat to fit in there properly. And I'm trying not to like cross thread anything, so I kind of have to do it by hand. Fingers crossed, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, just so you guys don't worry about it, reconnected this this hose down here, this hose here, and this hose right here, if you can see. And then I forget if I mentioned it, but I got these 2 back on after changing 3. So now I'm gonna figure out how to get at number 5, which is right there. As you can see, a little hard to get to. I might try taking this off. I'm not sure if that'll give me enough play to kind of move this out of the way, but we're gonna take it off, see what we have to work with, and go from there. But if not, I can do 6 pretty easily, so maybe I'll just do that to get it out of the way. Because, I mean, it's not getting too late right now, but still I do want to get this done before it gets too dark. So just knowing that I'm 1 step closer to being done is a comforting thought. All right, so got this bolt disconnected and took the nuts off of this here. With that, I think if I play around enough, I should be able to take it off without too much issue, and then after that I can get to spark plug number 5. So bear with me a few more minutes here, and then freaking flies, sheesh. Then we should be good to go. Also, note for myself, because I'm probably gonna forget, there's this wire here that was sitting on there, so don't forget to reconnect it when you put the nuts back on. Right, I was able to kind of wiggle it off without too much issue. I was worried about having to loosen these nuts here to kind of give it enough slack, but I know that sometimes if you mess around with those, they have to be tightened to like a certain length, and I didn't want to mess with that, so I'm very glad I didn't have to. Just gonna see if I can get it kind of out of the way enough, but that should be more than enough clearance to get at this one right here. Doesn't look too dirty in there, but still gonna spray it with some pressurized air wherever it is, hiding under here, and then away we go. Okay, got all the dirt cleaned out from around number 5. It's a little hard to see. I forgot to turn on the flash. I am running very low on pressurized air, so hopefully I have enough to just kind of clean around number 6 and finish this job up. But I'll get back to you as soon as I have spark plug number 5 pulled out. And then, yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. Spark plug number 5 reveal. Again, thankfully nothing out of the ordinary, just it being very old. So that's good to see. Let's pop in number 5. Almost done. Okay, there we go. Finally got spark plug number 5 hooked up again, torqued it down, got the cap back on, screwed this back into place. Didn't forget to attach the wire. I also cleaned it off with a wire brush really quick before putting it back on. Finally, on the last spark plug number 6, should be nice and easy. So I'm just gonna tape number 5 really quick so I don't get them mixed up. Get number 6 out, show you guys that one. Get all this hooked back up, and then I might make part 2 of putting some of the paneling back on today, depending on how much time we get left. But yeah, all right. Woo! And spark plug number 6 reveal. Oh, there we go. All right, happy to see. Just another very burnt out one. That one actually looks kind of the healthiest. This one's like a little brownish tan on the rings there, but whew, there we go. What an ordeal. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get number 6 hooked back in there, and then we'll see about putting this back on, but it should be pretty straightforward after this. Alrighty, there we go. Spark plug number 6 in there. Torqued down the spec, got the cap back on. Everything here still in place. Just gonna get my tools out of the way, hook this thing back up, and we should be good to go. All right, got this back in place. One thing I did notice is that I think this bolt here might be stripped, because I can kind of hand tighten it, and I think that's about as far as it goes. I think that one might be stripped. unfortunately. I don't think that was me. I think it was stripped beforehand. I've never stripped the bolt before. Maybe that's my first time, but I'm fairly certain it was just stripped beforehand. And the only reason I didn't, or the only reason there was some resistance at first is because it was seized a little bit, just from not having been taken off in a while. But either way, let's see if I remember. It was hook this back up. Yeah, hook up all these little connections. There was no bolts on these. And then I think that was everything, but... Oh, and then the terminal for the battery. But that should be it, I think. Alrighty, so got everything all hooked up again. All these are connected to their correct terminals. As you can see, they're numbered here. Got this connection hooked back up. I didn't put the black terminal back on just yet because I wanted to rewatch the video just to double check I got everything. But while I'm here, I'm probably going to try to figure out what some of the wiring is, because that could be why I'm having an issue starting. Because, like, for example, that's just sitting here. This one's just sitting here. I think this one down here, yeah, that one's just sitting there. So that could very well be an issue. For all I know, it's not connected to something that's related to starting the engine. Oh, here we go. That's oh, never mind. That is connected. It's just very well poorly threaded together. So there's that. So I am going to take some time to try to figure out what all the electrical wiring business is before I get too far. But like I say, it is getting kind of late. I might work on some more of the paneling tonight. But yeah, so for now, I think that concludes today's video of changing out all the spark plugs. It was definitely a bit of an adventure. Definitely a lot of time went into it. It was definitely a longer endeavor than I intended. But the point is, thankfully, it's all over now, and the flies stopped biting a while ago. So that's good. Just got all our spark plugs here. As you can see, all of them don't look to have any coloration that could indicate to there being another issue. They all just look pretty burnt out and old to me. So hopefully that will help us get reliably started here. But yeah. Yo guys, that was changing the spark plugs on the MK3 Supra. I hope you weren't watching this to try to figure out how to do it yourself, because it'll be a little different for you guys, because this engine isn't entirely stock. Yeah, the black flies are coming out now too. Went from horse flies to black flies. Anyway, appreciate it. Have a good one, guys. Probably coming out very shortly, either probably tomorrow. I'm trying to like stagger the video uploads. I'm gonna work on some more of the trim today. I'll see about putting the back bumper in place and some other stuff that I didn't have a chance to yesterday. Yeah, tape didn't hold that very well. I didn't think it would, but it's not really an issue. Another thing I want to get around to, hopefully before I go back to work, is fixing the power window so it'll go back up. Every time I come over here, I take the like clothing and stuff out to let them dry out a bit. But it seems to be holding the water out pretty well, so fingers crossed it keeps working. But yeah, alrighty. Feeling pretty happy about that. It's finally over. Whoa. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video.